Juszczyk said that he and Kittle noticed you at breakfast, and there was a different aura about you. Like, oh, Jimmy Garoppolo's dead. He didn't quite say that, but and there you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, the Falcons are here. All right, no, or like, what was the deal? I mean, do you even know what he's talking about? Do you feel different today?
I mean, felt good. Feel good at a lot of games though, but I mean, I don't know. I think I don't know, guys were locked in today. You felt it throughout the week too. Just it was a big game, you know, NFC opponent, playoff picture, and everything like that. It's December football, so we knew what we were in for.
The slant that he took a pretty long way. The play right before he false started. Did you guys know that you were going to get him on that play? Do you think he might have been just really excited?
Had a good idea. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe he got excited, whatever it was, but he made a hell of a play on that. I thought he was housing it for a second. He does such a good job of running through those catches. It's not an easy thing to do either. You know, just it was kind of low, and he snagged it and made a nice play on it.
Was it the same play call on 1st and 15 that it was on first? Did you just run it again?
That's kind of yeah, it was.
December football, like you just mentioned. Considering the way you guys started, does it mean more to be in this position, and how do you feel the team has evolved?
I think whenever you get an opportunity to be in the situation we're in, it's not easy. It doesn't happen to every team, but you just got to take advantage when you get that chance. I think guys realize that. I think they've more and more week in and week out. It's become bigger and bigger, and like this Thursday coming up, it'll be a big game for us, just like this one was, and we just got to keep a good mindset right now.
Are you watching everything? I mean, are you looking at all the other scores?
You have it in the back of your mind, but yeah, as long as we keep winning, good things will happen.
Months ago, Kyle kind of told us that he had decided that it's going to be you all the time. It's not going to be two quarterbacks, and even it hadn't really been that since like week 3. But did he tell you this too a couple months ago?
Sort of, I guess. You get a feeling though, just throughout the week. Yeah, our offense has changed a lot since the beginning of the season. Run game, pass game, everything has. But that's what good offenses do. That's what good teams do. You adapt as the season goes. Guys come in and out. It's just, I don't know. Coaches do a good job of putting us in position, and guys go make plays.
He soft compliments you. I don't know exactly what that means, but what is that to you? What does that mean?
Well, they're far and few between. Just with not only me, just everybody. That's how Kyle is, though, and you like that in a coach. Pushes you, tries to. We all want to be perfect. We're all trying to be perfect, and when you have a guy pushing you like that, it helps.
Can you talk a little about 2 plays, one specifically where you gave it to Deebo, and then Deebo became a quarterback, was tossing it out at the end, and then following after that, you have kind of like a slight pass underhand?
Oh yeah. Well, the one to Deebo. It was close. It was close. He showed off his quarterback skills a little bit there, but yeah, it was unfortunate that didn't work. But yeah, then we came back with the slide pass to who was that? Jeff, I think, and yeah, just guys making plays. Like I said before, it's stuff that we haven't done, but whenever coaches give us new things to experiment with, it's always fun.
What's your coaching point for Deebo on that throw?
On the throw, BA could have helped him a little bit if I'm being honest. But no, I don't know. He looked good. He scrambled a little bit and then made a little play.
You don't want to necessarily be physical.
Can you say it again? Sorry.
As a quarterback, you don't necessarily want to get in the mix physically, but when your guys in front of you are playing bully ball the way that was going on today, how much more does that get you amped up? Oh,
tremendously. It starts with the O-line. They set the tone, but guys were hitting today. I mean, it was physical. You could feel it from the defense, too. I remember I saw Kowalski have one on Matt Ryan at the goal line. It was just – that's the style of football that we play, and when people try to play that with us, that's what we want. All good? All right, thanks, guys.
Did you know at the time that you knocked the corner's mouthpiece out of that play?
Not really until I seen the replay, and then everybody was going crazy, so I knew something crazy kind of happened.
I mean, obviously you take a lot of pride in playing the game in a physical nature, but when you see that physicality show itself in that way, does it make you laugh or give you more pride or anything like that?
No, this is kind of the game that I always played. Just to see my team riled up and stuff, it do give you a little confidence boost and a little energy, and then you just go out there and just really try to do it again in all game, because not too many DBs want to be a part of that, not going to lie to you.
Well, how has your relationship with Brandon Ayuk developed throughout the weeks and stuff? Because I've noticed that both you and him do a great job of blocking, and more so as you continue to play?
That's just a standard in our room. Wes put a big emphasis, and Cal put a big emphasis on blocking. And the way we run the ball, it kind of set up all the passing stuff. So we do a great job and take pride in blocking for the backs because we want them to protect the quarterback whenever he got to throw us the ball. So it play hand in hand.
Take us through the pass that you were going to throw to BA, and what happened on that?
It was a little try to get them to think that we was just gonna throw the bubble and kind of get downhill a little bit and try to see what they bite, but they really didn't bite. So that's why I kind of tried to take off like I was running, and then they just played it well and still tried to get BA a shot, but kind of hit the guy in the back.
You rushed for 7 touchdowns now. When did Kyle come up to you and say, I want to do a hybrid position with you, running back and a wide receiver?
He just came in, and I just seen it in the install, and he knows my mindset when it comes to just playing the game. I'm never going to shy away from any contact or shy away from anything that they ask me to do.
I think you guys were showing a little love to your receivers, Coach Wes Welker. What was up with the T-shirt?
It was just an idea I had came up with. I was just like, let's kind of show a little respect to Wes, and got the throwback vintage shirts for him, and he loved it.
As one who loves the physical play, what do you think when you see what Bosa does against doubles and against chokeholds?
I can barely hear you.
As one who loves the physical play, what do you think when you see Bosa and what he's able to do against the doubles?
I mean, Bosa is an amazing player. Whether you double, triple team, and he's always going to find a way to get to the quarterback. And it's just his mindset that he go out there and play and just, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, he just go out there and get a sack, feel like almost every play.
Sorry, one last question. Just, can you describe what the next 24 hours will be like, being that Kyle Juszczyk just said that Kyle Shanahan had said you all are not allowed to celebrate?
We just know it's at stake. We got a game on Thursday. It's a short week. We just got to lock in and continue to build off this game and just continue to play the ball we've been playing.
Who made that sweatshirt? Is it for sale?
Levi's made it, and I guess it's for sale, not going to lie.
All right, here we go.
How much better do you feel physically, and could you tell today that that you're there or close to where you were pre-surgery?
Oh yeah, much better, much better. Today was one of those days where I felt like myself. You know what I mean? I felt like old Jeff. You know what I mean? Before all the stuff happened. So, it was a good day, man, and I felt very good.
How frustrating was the earlier part of the season for you when you weren't getting what you felt like you should be getting?
I'll be lying if I said it wasn't frustrating. It was very frustrating, especially, and it's not so much as me, like, want to be out there or doing this, doing that. It was just like me being able to contribute to the team the way I know I can. So that part was frustrating, but, just being out there and being around the guys, being around the coaches, all that made it better. So they all kept me upbeat and just told me to keep pushing.
What happened at that celebration after the goal line stand at the beginning?
Oh man, we just had a little car collision. You know what I mean? On the side of the road, it wasn't a little fender bender. That's what it was. I'll leave it at a little fender bender. Yeah, but it was cool, man. But everything turned out all right.
You see Deebo going down near the goal line, popping out the defensive back's mouthpiece in the middle of that play. That style of bully ball, how much does that excite you when you're on the field?
Oh man, that's an energy boost for sure. Especially to see him kind of have that same mentality and run like me. That's just like, it's just like candy for a baby. You know what I mean? It's just like give me. I want some of that. You know what I mean? So it was just him having the thrill. And the player he is, man, he's a tremendous player, and he's only getting started. So yeah, that was very good.
You mentioned that you now feel like your old self. How do you improve from here and do it so quickly within, thinking of the next game on Thursday?
Because I know I'm nowhere near where I want to be. This game was obviously good. We won. It was a victory, but I know I still got a lot of improvement to do, and I still got a lot to learn from. So this is only the beginning.
What can you say about your offensive line and their blocking today?
Tremendous, man. Tremendous, man. They did their job from start to finish. Those guys, they came out there, they gave it their all, they fought, and they never gave up. And throughout the huddle, they telling me, hey, Jeff, keep going, pumping me up, making me feel good, giving me my props where it's needed, same vice versa, So it's a brotherhood, at the end of the day. And they just, I was their brother, and they just gave me the words I needed at the time that was needed, and we came out with a victory.
How important have your teammates been in this comeback for you?
They've been very important. Without those guys, I don't know where I would be. I've been here 4 years, so a lot of the guys that's around here have been here for a while and with some new faces. But it's home, you know what I mean? And those brothers are big brothers to me, and they always have been. So it's not something made up or something make believe. It's something that's happened over the years. So it's all love. Thank you. All right.
Do you feel like you're playing your best football of the season?
Yeah, definitely. I think we're peaking at a good time, and I say that I should preface it with we're definitely not playing as best as we can. There was a lot of things that didn't exactly go our way out there, but we were able to battle back, not let it phase us early on, and but I do think we're playing some good ball right now, and we're stacking some weeks, and we're feeling good.
For that big play to Ayuk on the slant, I think he false started before. Did you guys know that was going to go for a big play? Was he maybe a little over antsy?
I don't know. I mean, he'd been catching a lot of slants, and we always kind of expect Ayuk to make big plays on that. But I know you'll appreciate this. After the play, Alex Mack goes and totally redeems himself. So I enjoyed that. We always expect BA to make big plays on those slants.
Jimmy's always even keel, but over the last 6 weeks, clearly he's picked up to another level. Have you seen anything with him that's kind of clicked, or is it the same Jimmy as always?
I mean, Jimmy's been stacking weeks this whole year, and we do feel like he's just continually getting better. But I know today there was something different about him. He had this aura about him. I mean, even at breakfast, George and I looked at each other and we're like, Jimmy's ready to go today. And I love to see it from him. It's contagious too, because when we see our head guy like that fired up and ready to go, it makes everybody else fired up.
Is he the leader of this team in a lot of ways?
Yeah, for sure. He's the quarterback. We're gonna go as far as Jimmy takes us, and he does such a good job of being that leader, especially on the offensive side. He's so good at stepping into the huddle, commanding that huddle, get us fired up, but also keeping us calm and being able to direct the offense. He does a great job.
So how do you look at the way you guys started this season? And was there any fear that at 3-5, we might not be able to get to a position like this?
I mean, I'd love to say I never thought there was any chance that we wouldn't be where we're at today. But yeah, I mean, when you've played 8 games and you lost 5 of them, it's tough not to waver a little bit. But we did think that we had the team that we do, and we knew it was all out there. There's so many little things that killed us early in the season, things that we feel like we've done a lot better, taking care of the football, getting the football, and we had some close ones that just didn't bounce our way. So those kind of things have flipped on its head. And I mean, we talked about it at the time. For everything that had happened, the same could happen in reverse. It's been good to get back on the winning side.
I don't expect you to have seen this in real time, but Trent Williams flattened his opponent on your touchdown. I mean, did you catch that out of the corner of your eye? Did you know something like that must have happened because you had good room on that side?
I didn't necessarily see exactly what Trent did. I saw a massive hole. But we've ran that play probably 12 times in the last 2 years. Scored, I think, 4 touchdowns on it. And it's not a highlight for me, I promise. It's a highlight for Trent Williams and Laken Tomlinson. Those two have absolutely teed off on people every time we run that play. And it's just a testament to them. They're 2 very special blockers, and they can do some really special things that you don't see from a lot of offensive linemen.
The outward physicality of this game, the things Kittle does early, when Deebo delivers a blow to a guy and knocks his mouthpiece out.
Yeah.
The things Bosa does on so many different snaps. How much is that? Does everybody else feed on those physical plays? And how big is that to your guys' turnaround?
Oh, we feed on that big time. I know personally I do. I saw a lot of flexing out there, and that got me hyped today. And it definitely is a trickle-down effect to everybody. And I do think that's been that has helped us kind of been the catalyst for our offense. It started with physicality all the way back to that LA Rams game when we were 3-5. it was about running the ball, it was about being physical, and it's trickled down to guys like Deebo, Ayuk run after the catch. It's not just blocking; it's being physical with the football too.
The situation where you all are in now and having a short week plus having to travel to Tennessee, how important is it to have a quick celebration? What happens in the next 24 hours to turn the page and focus on the Titans?
Very, very important. Kyle was pretty blunt with us and said, we're not celebrating tonight. It's time to get ready for Tennessee, and we'll celebrate Thursday night. And hopefully we have a lot to celebrate after that game. And it's nice, this will be one of the first Christmases in 10 years for me that I don't have to go to work. So hopefully we have that to celebrate and a few other things after that big game.
Jimmy, you said Jimmy was locked in at breakfast. This might sound ridiculous, but how could you tell? Was he just eating?
It's just eating the same thing, but it was just his aura. You could just feel it from him.
We see your agility, your change of direction a lot as a blocker as part of the running scheme. What was it like to do that with the ball in your hand?
I love it. Man, anytime I get the opportunity to touch the football, I can't help but smile. I'm sure you'll see me every time, and when I get up, I'm smiling. And anytime I get that opportunity to get in the end zone, it's an even bigger smile. So I have a lot of fun with that.
Jeff Wilson finally getting healthy is just hitting his stride at this point.
Yeah, definitely. Jeff's been real with himself the past couple weeks. He's slowly has gotten better, but he knew there was more out there for him. He's such a physical runner, and he can do so much after yards after contact, and he has more speed in him. And I feel like every week he's progressively got better, and he had a really good game today.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Tech said that you guys saw something different from Jimmy this morning, a different aura, essentially, at breakfast. Can you tell us a little more about that?
I don't know if I saw it at breakfast, but definitely you could tell just in the locker room, especially on the field during warm-ups. Jimmy was definitely inspired to play at a high level today, and he definitely inspired all of us. He's a guy that breaks down the team before we go head out to the field as a team, and I thought he did a great job today. He definitely pulled us all along. I think he had a really good day today. He definitely an aura. Nice juice. Nice. He had some shit to him today, though. I did like that. I swear too much. I'm sorry.
A few weeks ago, you said you didn't like the idea of bottling up and continuing the routine, but improving. How do you feel you've improved in the past few weeks?
Say it again.
A few weeks ago, we talked about how you didn't like the idea of bottling up what you had done against the Rams and actually improving in the following weeks. How do you feel you've improved, and how has your offense improved in the past few weeks?
I think our offense is just doing a good job of staying on the field. I know we weren't great on third downs last week to start. We finished well, though, and I thought we did a pretty good job today of just third and shorts, or we converted, or we didn't have third downs. And I thought our offense did a really good job of that. We had a lot of big plays, and I think a lot of that is just confidence. Guys are running through the ball. Guys are getting yak. Guys are being aggressive with the ball in their hands, and we're not turning the ball over. And I think that's like the biggest thing we're doing. And then our defense is forcing turnovers. What a day for our defense. You can't really say enough. We started that game pretty badly, and they saved us there, got us out, and then they had a couple fourth down stops. And I thought our defense definitely had their swagger today. All over the field, from Arden, Bosa, Fred, Kowalski. I thought had a fantastic game. Our defense, when they're playing at a high level, it really encourages our offense because they're off the field pretty quick, and allows us to stay hot and allows us to keep going.
Is this offense firing on all cylinders for you guys right now?
Say again?
Is this offense finally firing on all cylinders for you guys right now?
Not yet, and that's what I'm actually excited about because I think there's some things we can do a lot better. We had a couple stalls today on our offense where we didn't make a play on first down or second downs, kind of shot ourselves in the foot, but we're definitely making a lot more big plays. I think guys, like I said, guys are just confident. Wide receivers are running through the ball. I think Juwan's taking a lot of steps forwards in the last couple of weeks, and he's getting confident. Ayuk's confident. Deebo's obviously confident, and our running backs are good. And even Deebo running back looks good. But then again, our offensive line played really well today, and Trent Williams is still really scary.
A couple of guys have referenced a play where Deebo knocked the mouthpiece out of Terrell.
That was sick.
They went flying like 10 yards forward.
Yeah, that was sick.
That kind of runs through the whole team, offense and defense. Can you speak to that? Is that the case, you think?
Yeah, we want to be physical. Something I learned very young, I've said it a couple times, my tight end coach, John Embry, always says, he goes, you got to make these guys tackle you and make them feel it because, when your back's to them or, you're up jumping for a ball, it's in the air, these DBs are going to try to take a shot on you and try to make you feel it and get up in your face and, tell them they got an incomplete pass, or whatever. But then when you have the opportunity with the ball in your hands to run through a guy's face, it really shows, what type of guys, that you're playing against. And Deebo hit that guy pretty dang hard and took him a little bit to get up. And I feel like, we made a lot of plays like that today where we were the guys hitting harder than some of their defensive guys. Not all of them, Grady Jarrett, he hits really hard, and 94 smacked me a couple times. But I thought our offense played very physical today.
It seems like in that respect, Juwan and Brandon, you constantly see plays where they're making blocks on the edge.
Yeah.
And you saw, I think there was one play where Deebo led Ayuk down the field for 10, 20 yards. Did those guys ever ask you for tips in terms of blocking, and how much of a difference is that sort of made in the offense?
No, they don't ask me for tips. I think Wes Welker does a fantastic job, and Kyle does a great job of emphasizing the blocking. And I think I was up here like week 3 or 4 talking about the best that we were. In 2019 we were the best. We were at our best when our wide receivers blocked downfield. And I talked about like Emmanuel Sanders brought that. He blocked on every single play. Put his head in there and. The last 5-6 weeks, I think our wide receivers have blocked their tails off, every single snap, and you can see it when you watch the film. You'll see Ayuk and Juwan just sprinting in, digging out safeties, corners, linebackers. They don't really care who it is, but they're in there giving a full effort. And it's hard for a safety to, hey, is this a play action? Is this a run? And all of a sudden, Juwan Jennings smokes him in the side. And that's a lot to think about as a safety or as a defensive player. And when they have to think about that, and they're not just thinking about the ball or what play is going on. Definitely makes it a lot harder on them. So, when our wide receivers are blocking like that, it kind of opens everything else up.
You mentioned Trent. You had a couple vintage Trent Williams blocks today.
He always does.
Yeah. Are you cognizant of that when they're happening, or is it always sort of day after game where you're moving?
No, I'm cognizant of it. You can feel it when there's just a giant hole where the C gap or B gap should be, and it's just Trent Williams looking at a guy like laughing at him. It's pretty awesome. You definitely feel it, and when Trent's rolling too, like you can feel his energy in the huddle for sure. Because I think Trent's very much like Jeff Wilson. He just kind of goes to that dark space, and when it's the only thing different is that Trent Williams is 300 pounds and can throw you over a building. So good luck to anybody that has to go against him when he's feeling it, which is always.
You've been a super positive guy throughout the entire season, but when you are 3-5, was it difficult at all to maintain that positivity or have the same level of belief that you could get to a point where you are now in a pretty good position to make the playoffs?
Losing sucks. Like, it is what it is. It's not fun. It definitely, has like a dark cloud, that kind of falls around for the week. And Kyle always says the only way to get over a loss is the next Sunday we have an opportunity to go out and win. But for me, when I look at my team and I have Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, Jimmy Ward, Aziz, Arden, I got Eric Armstead, and then my offense I got Deebo, Ayuk, me, Jeff Wilson, Jimmy G, Trent Williams. Like, we have a lot of players that can make a lot of really big plays. And so, no, I've always believed in this offense and this team that we can go out there and make plays. Earlier in the season, we were just turn the ball over like way too much, and we've just stopped doing that, and it's given us a chance to win.
Thank you, George. What about your shirt?
Oh, HBK, 1996 WrestleMania, baby. Got to channel that energy today, a little Sweet Chin music.
Hey, faithful, subscribe to our YouTube channel.